Okay, so I want to teach you the basics of beat repeat here. It's a really great tool for jumbling up beats or vocals or pretty much any other anything that you can think of. It's a pretty creative tool. Seems a little complex when you get started, but once you understand what it's doing, you can actually control it pretty well to get the type of sound that you want from it. So let's go ahead and I'll play this loop here without beat repeat. And then I'll kind of show you what beat repeat is going to do to the rhythm. So here's your basic rhythm here. I'll turn this down so I can talk over it a little bit. Basically what beat repeat is going to do is it's going to choose a section of the loop at a certain length that you decide and then repeat it for a certain amount of time. That's essentially what it's doing, and then there's variations from there. So what I'm first going to show you is the interval is a bar. So every bar is going to trigger beat repeat to repeat whatever's at that bar. It's going to repeat it for 4/16. So for about one beat worth of time, it's going to repeat that. And it's going to repeat a clip that's 1/16 in length. You'll hear it as I turn it on here. There it goes. So 4/16 is going to give you 4 repetitions of this. If I go to 1/32, it'll repeat it 8 times. You know, whatever equals that length. Now the interval, it doesn't have to be right on the bar every bar. You can make it on half a bar, like so. You make it every quarter note. But to make it easier, we'll do it on the bar. So at the gate here, this will change the length that it's going to repeat. I can double it here. Just like so. And I'll bring it back down a little shorter. Obviously chance is what the chance is that it's going to affect your beat. We're putting it on 100% so that it will always affect it. And the next thing I want to get into, obviously if you hit no triplets, it's not going to hit triplets. So if you have the grid on, say, 1/24, that's playing triplets. You hit here, it's just going to play even numbers on the grid. Okay. So next thing I want to get into is this repeat button. This basically is going to grab from whatever, when you hit this, the second you hit it, it's going to grab whatever's playing at that time and repeat it. You'll hear it right now. I'll try it here. Hear that in the background. Hear the tail end of that. There we go. A little hard to hear, but it's a pretty cool feature. Now let's get into some of the other trickier stuff. The variation, by hitting variation, you're going to actually, it will automatically randomly choose a different grid length. So each time, it'll play it a little different. The more you change it, the more variation there will be. Put it here. Like so. Now with variation on, this basic is set just to trigger when we're saying to trigger it for the length that we're saying. But we could set this for longer, like if I set it for 1/8, then it's going to have a chance to do 2 variations within where it's now only doing 1. So it'll be, see, playing different variations within that time frame. If I put this to 8 or something, it's gonna do 4 variations within one, because this is 4/8 notes here. So just a timing thing. Put this back down. Put it to 16th, it'll do even stranger things. Okay, so let's put this back to trigger. And I'm going to put the variation back down. Just like so, keep it simple. Now the offset, let me just basically get into the offset. Basically this is saying that it's going to start right at the very beginning of the beat at every bar. But you can make it start 1 beat in or 2 beats in. So the interval is the same, but the starting point will be different. So as you can see, it'll grab different information from a different location. There you go. Just like so. That's a pretty cool tool. Pitch here basically just changes the pitch of the effect. So you can like so. Pitch decay is a lot cooler though. Pitch decay will actually create like a pitch bend, as you can hear here. Which is very cool. And we'll go over to the decay. Decay kind of creates a fade. So this is the length that it's repeating this part. So let's make a longer part here. So that's long. I'm going to turn it to insert mode, actually gate mode, so all we're hearing is the effect. It's to show you the decay. And as you turn it up, it creates kind of a fade. Just like so. Kind of creates that fade out. And you could combine that with pitch decay. As you can see, it's pretty cool. So let me get into these modes here. Mix mode is basically, it plays the beat and adds this part to it, what beat repeat's doing. Insert cuts out the original beat every time this part comes in. So let's hear the difference of that. Here's the mix. Like so. Now this is going to cut everything out when I hit it. Like so. And then gate just plays that all by itself. Filter should be self-explanatory. You put the filter on here, and you can get bassier tone or brighter tone, which can come in handy. Let's stop that. And that's how you use beat repeat.